Alright, if I had to guess the odds of anything happening, it's that direction. There's definitely some rotation. That doesn't mean it's going to drop a tornado, but rotation is required. If there is a tornado, I would suspect it is rain wrapped. I'm still surprised the sirens didn't go off. I could hear some in the distance, and there was actually maintenance and testing on a bunch of them yesterday. Not sure what's going on there, but at least with the prevalence of smartphones these days, most people should know. It's picking up big time wind. So even just when the wind could cause some nasty tree damage with leaves on the trees now, being in May. Alright, out here helping a friend clean up his garden at his church, that from this angle you can't tell how bad it got hit. A lot of damage down the street here, lots of trees down. City's working right now, working up the street clearing. So, mess all over the beds. Doesn't look like terrible damage on the building across the street, but definitely some roof damage. And you can see some down there. It's not the worst area. It's not great. Alright, just got home. I think we packed up just in time. Skies are getting more threatening. Wind is picking up. We'll see what happens. Really pretty clouds. I just got a tornado warning alert on my phone. Sirens around here haven't gone off yet, and it looks like it's a decent ways to the west still, so we'll see. Good amount of lightning and thunder out there, though, to the northwest. We are definitely in the warning box, and it is heading this way. But, we're a small geographic spot, and the warning is decently large to cover the possibilities, so doesn't mean we're going to see a tornado. Could. I still haven't seen a tornado in person. It's one of my goals in life. I just don't want to see it hitting my house. I've had enough adventures with severe weather in my house. I don't need more. Alright, if I had to guess the odds of anything happening, it's that direction. There's definitely some rotation. That doesn't mean it's going to drop a tornado, but rotation is required. If there is a tornado, I would suspect it is rain wrapped. I'm still surprised the sirens didn't go off. I could hear some in the distance, and there was actually maintenance and testing on a bunch of them yesterday. Not sure what's going on there, but at least with the prevalence of smartphones these days, most people should know. It's picking up big time wind. Even just from the wind could cause some nasty tree damage with leaves on the trees now, being in May. Gotta hold on tight to my phone. That would be an expensive mistake. Whatever's happening just a little further north there is definitely looks rainy and windy up there, but can't really tell anything beyond that. Something blowing around out there. Portion of the storm. And so if that was it, definitely some rotation, but no sign of even a funnel. So definitely no tornado at this spot, but the potential definitely seemed there. See the winds are veering to it. have avoided tornado risk right here. But honestly, most damage from severe storms is the wind. And that's pretty good wind. That's close to the window. Don't need the wind in here. Here's another view of the storm that I took. This is sped up, of course. This is looking in a westerly direction, and you can see the rotation and where the tornado is. It's obviously rain-wrapped. Can't see the actual funnel. Some more info on the tornado itself. The track was about 23 miles long total, about a mile wide, 1.6 kilometers. The top winds were about 152 miles an hour. It's rated EF3. Just within the city of St. Louis, about 10,000 structures are damaged or destroyed. 2/3 of those are severely damaged or destroyed. And cost estimate on damage is about $1.6 billion right now. I expect that to rise as more is learned. And this tornado did not discriminate. It hit some of the wealthiest and poorest parts of the region. So the need really is great. There's about 4,400 people a day that are getting meal assistance, and a lot of people owned their homes free and clear. Insurance is expensive, so they don't have coverage. Hopefully FEMA can come through. The major disaster declaration was just approved. The state has put up $125 million. Cities working on funds, so we'll see how that goes. And then looking south, wasn't even much of a storm there. Again, nice clouds. Do have some minor storm damage. The fresh growth on the top of that Kentucky coffee tree blew off. Disappointing, but it'll grow back. Alright, we seem to be in the clear now, but I sure am glad we left the job site and headed home. No need to take a chance. Thankfully nothing too terrible in the tornadoes around my neighborhood, but do have a bunch of tree damage. These are Bradford or Calorie pears. Not great, they break apart easy. So we're gonna see if we can clear it out of the roadway.
I don't think this is gonna do it for that one. Let's do it a little something.
I thought about going around and getting some video of the just terrible destruction all over, and I decided I'm only going to show the work we did here in the garden and some limited footage from right around there that I got the same day. I don't want this to turn into a disaster porn video. Maybe I'll get around and catch some of that later. It just didn't feel right at the moment to be doing that. Just wanted to focus more on this and let the recovery of individual households kind of proceed for a while before trying to show it off in a video. If you want to find that, there's no shortage of sources of video and pictures of the damage out there, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is really, really bad. It's going to take a very, very, very long time to recover from this. Alright, it's time to fill up the bar of oil and fuel and making some good progress here. So, moving the debris down to the street. The city will come pick it up one of these days. Another guy drove by. He had a truck he was taking back, so he said he'd grab and take a load out of here. Everybody working together. There's people walking all over, helping sweep up sidewalks, clean up trash, clean up yards. Good community effort. Just gonna need a whole long sustained effort. I often joke that this is actually a weather video channel masquerading as a construction and DIY and historic preservation channel, and that's probably not terribly far off from the truth. I actually almost studied meteorology in undergrad. I went with urban planning and development instead, and don't regret that at all, but I still love weather and love observing it. I just don't really love big storms like this so much anymore. Alright, that ended up a little too close for comfort to my saw, but successfully got that Widowmaker down. Cleanup's actually going along pretty quickly, thankfully. All the beds are exposed. Plants aren't doing so well, so Doug grows plants that he turns into dyes and paints here. Kind of interesting, unique garden. And got a city crew that was just cutting some tree debris up. They're waiting for the loaders and dump trucks.
Somebody wants some water. They've got some water.
Way too high. Very dangerous.
Just needs a good jerk.
What'd you say?
Just needs a good jerk. Such macho activities.
You're welcome.
Alright, down the street here, electric is still out, so traffic's a mess, stuff piled everywhere. Check out the church roof here, just peeled right off. That's gonna take a lot to fix. We found some slate over there, could have come from that. Up and down the street, this building, most of the windows are damaged. Oh, here's a lot of the roof. So the track of the storm was up to a mile wide for the tornado, and then the actual storm was wider. That whole roof destroyed. Damage on that building. Well, even if the electric wasn't out, stoplights would be out anyway. They're all
Everywhere.
destroyed.
Even Parnell is out.
Barely more than 3 hours, and that's a huge difference. Still a lot more to do. Gotta take these trees out and more debris to clean up, but certainly good progress, and Doug feels a lot better about it too, so that is nice. That said, I said it already, it's going to be a very, very long recovery around here. I haven't even shown video yet of the worst hit areas where the EF3 damage really hit. 152 mile an hour winds is what they say was the top speed. That is not insignificant. So that stretch up there was wide open after the storm. They got it all closed up today. Pretty impressive. Quick work to get that closed up. Gonna take a lot to repair it though. Terracotta roof. Well, that'll wrap things up. I put some links in the description of places you can donate, and the money will go to good cause through trusted sources. Like I said, the need is great and it is ongoing, probably for many years to come. Some of these neighborhoods may never really recover. So I guess we'll just wait and see, and maybe I'll be able to provide some updates as we go. So as always, thanks for watching, and thanks for rebuilding with us. There's a whole lot to rebuild. So we will see you guys on the next video when we're back over to the Rotten Reno reframe project.